The joke landed like confetti and knives at the same time. At my sister's wedding reception, champagne glasses raised, my wife leaned into the mic and laughed, "Here's to family and to my second marriage, whenever that happens." People clapped, assuming irony. I smiled because that's what husbands do when a room watches. But my stomach sank. I noticed the way her eyes didn't find mine afterward, how she checked her phone as if waiting for permission to breathe. In that instant, amid music and applause, something quietly cracked, and I knew I'd remember that laugh forever. We'd been married 7 years, together for 10. On paper, we were stable, a townhouse near the train line, joint savings, Sunday grocery runs. She worked in marketing, I ran operations at a logistics firm. Our routines were clean and predictable: coffee at 6:30, gym on Tuesdays, takeout Fridays. We weren't loud lovers, but we were loyal. Or so I thought. The wedding weekend was supposed to be a reset after a busy quarter. I'd told myself, it's just stress. That night, her joke echoed louder than the band. My sister's wedding was a big deal, destination hotel, out-of-town relatives, photos everywhere. My wife had been unusually energized, laughing too easily, texting during vows. When I whispered, "Everything okay?" she squeezed my hand and said, "Relax, it's just fun." She'd bought a new dress without telling me, charged it to her card, insisted on separate rooms for hair and makeup. Small things, maybe. But I felt like a guest in my own marriage that weekend, smiling through introductions, pretending I didn't feel strangely replaceable. The stakes were higher than pride. We'd been trying for a baby, tracking calendars, arguing softly about timing. I'd put off a promotion because it meant more travel. She'd pushed for it, then complained I was always tired. Money wasn't the problem, attention was. I believed marriage was choosing the same person when it's boring. She believed jokes' smooth truth. After the toast, her coworker winked at her. "Bold line," he said. She laughed again. I told myself weddings make people weird. I went to bed early, alone. At 2:14 a.m., my phone buzzed on the nightstand. Not a message, her alarm. She wasn't there. I texted, "Everything okay?" No reply. I watched the ceiling fan spin and counted minutes. At 2:47, she slipped in, shoes in hand. "Where were you?" I asked. She said, "Helping the bride." "Don't be dramatic." Her lipstick was gone, her smile wasn't. I apologized for asking. The next morning, I woke before dawn with that joke replaying, louder now, like it wanted an answer. Over hotel breakfast, she avoided my eyes, scrolling through emails. I noticed a new contact pinned on her phone when she tilted it, initials I didn't recognize. "You coming to brunch with my parents?" I asked. "I'll meet you there," she said, standing too fast. She kissed my cheek, missing my lips. I watched her leave and finally admitted the truth I'd been dodging. Trust isn't shattered by one moment, it erodes. The joke had been a breadcrumb. I decided to stop ignoring the trail. Back home that evening, routines felt staged. She showered immediately, phone locked, humming. I cooked pasta and asked, casually, "Who was that you pinned?" She shrugged. "A client." "Don't start." When I suggested counseling again, she sighed, "You always make things heavy." Later, I checked our shared calendar, lunches marked a new gym class at odd hours. At 11:03 p.m., her phone lit up with a preview. "Last night was crazy." She turned it face down without reading. I didn't snoop. I didn't need to. Patterns were speaking. The next morning, while she slept, I made coffee and drafted an email to HR about unused vacation days. Then I texted my sister, "Can we talk?" She replied instantly. At work, I couldn't focus. Numbers blurred into what-ifs. By noon, I had clarity, sharp and calm. I remembered my father's advice after his divorce: don't chase answers from someone hiding. Decide what you need, then act. I booked a consultation during my lunch break and paid the retainer quietly. That night, I asked directly, "Are you seeing someone?" She laughed, too quick. "Is this about the joke?" "God, you're sensitive." I said, "Answer me." Silence stretched. Then, I didn't say I was. I asked about the messages. She said, "You're invading my privacy." I said, "You invited this." Her face hardened. "Fine," she snapped. "I've been talking to someone." Talking. She emphasized the word like a shield. "Nothing happened," she added, eyes darting away from mine. I asked for his name. She refused. I asked if she planned to stop. She hesitated. That pause was the reveal. "I don't know," she said. "It makes me feel seen." I nodded, strangely relieved by the honesty. "Then we're done," I said. She laughed again, softer now. "You're overreacting." I slid my phone across the table with a photo of the retainer receipt timestamped at noon. "I'm reacting," I replied. "I'm choosing myself." The room went quiet, heavier than any applause. She cried then, real tears. "We can fix this," she said. "It was a joke. A phase." I told her, jokes reveal desires. Phases require